Hi everyone, we are Group 2 and we're going to discuss Nola Pender's health promotion model. We will start our presentation with our case scenario. Mr. K is a 52-year-old male Caucasian. He is a smoker and works as an office administrator. He is diabetic and has high blood pressure. He is widowed and has one daughter and one son. His daughter is about to give birth in a month to his first grandson. He was brought to the ER 3 days ago with complaints of chest pain accompanied by nausea and shortness of breath. He was diagnosed with acute myocardial infarction. He then went for a percutaneous coronary intervention and 2 stents were put in place. He is now in rehabilitation and is ready and eager to improve his health as he is looking forward to become a grandfather. Knowing all these facts, we will now discuss Nola Pender's health promotion model.
Hello, this is Abike Kola Debawale, and I'll be talking to you today about the theorist Nola J. Pender, her health promotion model. This was retrieved from Ali Good 2013, nursing theorists and their work. I'll be telling you today about the major concept of the health promotion model are individual characteristics and experiences and prior behavior and the frequency of the similar behavior in the past. There are direct and indirect effects on the likelihood of engaging in health promoting behaviors. This model is for health promoting lifestyles, exercise, nutrition practices, use of hearing protection, and avoidance of exposure to environmental tobacco smoke. There are personal factors that are characterized as biological, psychological, and socio-cultural that affect health promotion in all stages. These factors are predictive of a given behavior and are shaped by the nature of the target behavior being considered. Biological personal factors include variables such as age, gender, aerobic capacity, strength, agility, and balance. Psychological personal factors include variables such as self-esteem, self-motivation, personal competence, perceived health status, and the definition of health. Last and not the least is the social cultural personal factors, which include variables such as race, ethnicity, acculturation. The definition of that is the assimilation to different culture, typically the dominant ones, education and socio-economic status. The purpose of this model is to assist nurses in understanding the major determinants of health behaviors as a basis for behavioral counseling to promote healthy lifestyles. The HPM expands to encompass behaviors for enhancing health and applies across the lifespan. It is a strategy to improve personal health. It enables people to increase control over and improve their health. Other foundation concept in HPM is as follows, and this was retrieved from Stanhope and Lancaster 2011, the Community Nursing Health in Canada. They include injury prevention, disease prevention, risk avoidance and reduction, health enhancement, harm reduction, risk factors, and protective factors. These are all factors that could help with the health promoting strategy. In conclusion, according to the current Nursing 2011, the health promotion model notes that each person has a unique personal characteristics and experiences that alter subsequent actions. The set of variables for behavioral specific knowledge and affects have important motivational significance. This variable can be modified through nursing actions. Health promotion behavior is a desired behavioral outcome and is the endpoint in the health promotion model. The model should result in improvement enhance functional ability and better quality of life at all stages of development, an anticipated positive outcome that will occur from health behavior.
Hi everyone, I'm Eugene Gamboa and I'm going to discuss the fundamental ideas about the major assumption of health promotion model. According to Aligood 2014, the assumption reflects the behavioral science perspective and emphasizes the role of patient managing health behaviors by modifying the environmental context. Health promotion in nursing practice state the major assumption of the model that address the person, environment, and health as follows. First, person seeks to create conditions of living through which they can express their unique health potential. Second, persons have the capacity for reflective self-awareness including assessment of their own competencies. Third, person value growth in direction viewed as positive and attempt to achieve a personally acceptable balance between change and stability. Fourth, individuals seeks to actively regulate their own behavior. Fifth, individuals in all their biophysical complexity interact with the environment, progressively transforming the environment and being transformed over time. Sixth, health professional constitute a part of the interpersonal environment which exerts influence on persons throughout their lifespans. And lastly, self-initiated reconfiguration or person-environment interactive patterns is essential to behavioral changes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lane. I'm going to discuss about Mr. K's clinical assessment using Nola Pender's health promotion model as a theoretical framework. In health promotion model, health behaviors are analyzed through the utilization of behavioral science perspectives. Biopsychosocial elements that influence the person's engagement in behavior change are identified. Health promotion model is focused on addressing the gap between the actual and ideal behaviors through enhancing and optimizing positive behavior changes. Hence, it can be applied to a variety of situations. To apply the health promotion model, the current condition of the person is assessed and compared to the envisioned ideal condition through improvement of health behaviors that were determined to be achievable, acceptable, sufficiently important, and feasible. Based on the individual's unique self and lifestyle, factors that might affect the behavior change are assessed. These include factors derived from the environment, relationships, and perceptions. By identifying these factors, the individuals will be able to recognize their occurrence and will be able to manage and control its impact on the desired behavior change. Focusing on three problem areas for Mr. K's health, a clinical assessment is done using Nola Pender's health promotion model as a theoretical framework on smoking cessation, increase in physical activity, and improving nutrition. In accordance with the 5A's framework of the health promotion model, Mr. K was asked about the current behavior regarding smoking cessation, physical activity, and nutrition. He was also advised on improving the current behavior, and his biological, psychological, and sociocultural elements associated with his behavior are acknowledged. He was also assessed on his willingness to change. Assessment on Mr. K's smoking cessation showed that he's prepared to change. He is already on the action phase of the behavioral model change and is very determined to quit smoking. Upon assessment of his physical characteristics and experiences, he stated that he already tried quitting before but was not successful because he claimed he lacked support and intervention. For his personal experiences, he is well aware of the benefits of smoking, such as saving money from buying smokes, prevents damage of heart vessels, healthier lungs, and saving family from inhaling secondhand smoke. His perceived barriers are costly smoking cessation treatments, perception that smoking helps him to relax, giving up the social aspect of smoking, and overcoming cravings and withdrawal. He rated himself on the self-efficacy level at level 2. His activity-related affect is to spend more time with his grandson and be able to go back to jogging in the morning without shortness of breath. His interpersonal influences are also assessed. His kids expect him to quit smoking, and he considers his workmates who have been successful in quitting smoking as his support system, as well as a role model. His assessed situational influence or perceived option is to try the nicotine inhaler and patch. Mr. K's assessment on his readiness to increase physical activity also showed that he is ready to change his behavior. His individual characteristics and experiences include his perceived benefit in increasing physical activity, such as lowering the blood pressure, helps in reaching and keeping a healthy weight and burn of stress. His perceived barriers are inconvenience of exercise due to work hours, lack of self-motivation, and non-enjoyment of exercise and boredom with exercise. His self-efficacy is at level 2 and his activity-related affect is swimming and sometimes jogging. The interpersonal influence include his kids and friends that expect him to increase his physical activity. His son is the main social support and considered as his role model. His perceived situational influence or the activity that he would enjoy doing is jogging in the morning and walks in the neighborhood. Mr. K's assessment on his readiness to improve his nutrition showed that he is ready to change his health behavior, and he stated that he attempted to eat healthier before but was not successful due to lack of time in preparing healthy food. His individual characteristic and experience include his perceived benefit in improving his diet, such as better diabetes management, improved heart health, and prevention of stroke. He is also motivated to lose weight and to improve blood pressure and to have strong bones and teeth. His perceived barriers include lack of time to prepare healthy food and cost of the healthy food options. His self-efficacy on eating healthy is at level 2, and his activity-related affect or the activity that he would enjoy is to consume more fruits and vegetables. His interpersonal influences is mainly his daughter that influences him to eat healthier and she brings him home cooked meals. She is his social support and role model. His situational influence affecting healthy eating includes cafeteria food from work, which is easy to access and has a variety of healthy choices, and a small grocery shop near his home that he claims he can pass by before he goes home. So Mr. K is assessed to be ready to change in smoking cessation, increasing in his physical activity, and improving nutrition.
Hi, good morning. My name is Blessa Villanueva. Today we are here to discuss about health promotion model of Nola Pender, retrieved from Nursing Theories and their work, 8th edition by Marta Real Alikit. Interventions to address influences on health behaviors of Mr. K related to individual characteristics and experiences. We have three focus of behavior in this case scenario, which is smoking cessation, increased physical activities, improving nutrition, and under smoking cessation would be interventions not exposing family or friends to secondhand smoke, explain what is secondhand smoking and the harm it can bring to others. Advise some oral substitute like sugarless gums, veggies, and sunflower seeds or nuts that would be handy in case of cravings. Minimize time with coworkers and place where smoking is allowed. Negotiating to person who you're living with to stop smoking in the car or at home. Surround people who does the same thing or in the same smoking cessation program. Promote participation in the community cessation programs or services. Spending more time with family, especially the grandson when the daughters give birth. Encourage family and friends to increase the expectation of activities for cessation smoking and learn from friends about techniques and strategies used to achieve smoking cessation. Spend more time with friends who are successfully quit smoking. Encourage to use alternatives like nicotine patch, gums, nasal spray or lozenges, and having more time with family and leisure activities to prevent cravings in smoking. Next focus would be increasing physical activities. Interventions would be being active helps in regulating blood pressure, helps in being more fit than healthy. Being active and fit will give more energy when spending time with family. Encourage exercises like walking, jogging, running, biking. Encourage to be more active in simple sports like swimming, tennis, or some basic dancing like Zumba. Ask family members or friends to accompany him with exercises and activities if possible. Plan a 15-30 minute stretching home exercises every morning or every after work. And join a group who do daily exercise like Zumba or community morning stretching exercises program. And encourage family and friends to increase expectations of activities for plan activities with family to their very focus. Help client use social support by asking family and friends to be active with him and provide support in his plan of activities and increasing activities. And ask family members if he can come with them when doing exercise at home or in the gym. joining exercises program in a community as well to help him enjoy his routine for being physically active. Next focus would be improving nutrition, and the interventions under this would be helping you to stay strong and healthy, help to prevent diet-related diseases, learn ways to manage time better, find time management techniques that work for you, ask others how they manage to fit good nutrition into their life, and give it a try. Food preferences are slow to change, but they do change over time. Decide to withhold your judgment about what you like or dislike in food unless you try them. Take it slow because changing habits in eating is it takes time, and don't give up your favorite foods completely, but you may have to change how you eat them often. Be active, take the stairs if possible, go for a walk, clean the house, do gardening to promote metabolism, sharing a meal with friends, family in a common activity. Important to understand how and why and who you dine with to affects what we eat. Ask family member for encouragement and find others who want to change. Take a class on cooking simple healthy meals and spend more time with people who are living in a healthy eating diet and educate him about the healthy recipes that are available in the magazine or online resources, and also help family members about tips on cooking vegetables and healthy meals, and spend more time with family or people who are living in a healthy eating diet. So here are the interventions that we can use for the focuses that we identified, and thank you.
Hi, this is Nita Joywana. I am going to discuss about the client goals and client evaluation. This is based from the health promotion approach of Nola Pender. When developing goals, it is important to look at the problem and think what the healthy response would be. One of the greatest ways to set a goal is to remember to be smart about it, meaning it is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timed. Based on the assessment from the case scenario, me and the rest of the group focused on three problem areas of Mr. K's health. First problem is smoking cessation. In the beginning of action, it is important to ask the client if he is ready for the goals to develop a plan in smoking cessation. I guess clients' willingness to be involved in their own plan of care will help both nurses and the client to set the goals that is necessary for the client. For the steps of plan for Mr. K's smoking cessation, step 1 is to ask him to list all the reasons of quitting smoking. Reasons for quitting smoking might include to improve his health, to lower risk of disease in the future, to save money, and also not to expose other people to secondhand smoking. Next step is to pick a quit day, meaning Mr. K will need to pick a specific day within the month to quit smoking. Step 3 is prepared for the quit day. Here it is important for the client to remove all the triggers and habits that might remind him of smoking. Step 4 is handling the days of quitting. One specific problem in quitting smoking is having slips, meaning clients get to smoke one or more cigarettes during the slips. But he has to overcome this to get into step 5, which is to stay quitting. Next problem is increasing physical activity. There are 3 steps in the plan of action for Mr. K to become more active. Step 1 is to get started. Step 2 is to start slowly and gradually build up the activity that Mr. K preferred, like walking or jogging. And last step is to find ways to be more active every day. Last concern about Mr. K's health is nutrition. Here, the plan is to get Mr. K to eat healthier meals. For step 1 in the plan, setting long-term and short-term goals. Step 2 is to track the progress if there is any difference between Mr. K's eating habit if he is eating better or eating poorly. Next step is dealing with the barriers, and last step is to get support from others like family and friends. Not only to set a goal for the client, but also to evaluate the clients if there is need to change or to complete. According to Mr. K, he encountered some problems during the plan, but he was able to manage it.